A Ukrainian tank and armored vehicle took on Russian troops in a stunning encounter. Combat footage reveals the battle. New combat footage recorded on the front lines in Ukraine captured a stunning battle between Ukrainian armor and Russian soldiers defending positions inside a group of buildings, showcasing the intensity of the war. The proliferation of drones on the modern battlefield has produced near-daily combat clips of the fighting unfolding in Ukraine, but recent footage from an encounter on the front lines revealed the intensity of the fighting. The 14th Chervona Brigade. A Ukrainian tank and infantry fighting vehicle from the 14th Chervona Brigade of the Ukrainian National Guard were captured assaulting and blowing up Russian defensive positions in a grouping of buildings, attacking buildings and defensive positions. In the roughly 2.5-minute video posted on Facebook, a drone captured the Ukrainian vehicles moving up a dirt road while targeting several buildings. Photo credit, Facebook at Chervona Brigade. Russian forces were hiding everywhere. While smoke from tank fire and dust kicked up by the vehicles make it hard to figure out what is happening, the 14th Chervona Brigade's press service edited in a few key markers showing where the Russian troops were hiding. Russian troops to the left and right. Russian soldiers not only took up a position in the destroyed buildings to the left of the vehicles but also in the trees directly to the right of the tank and armored infantry fighting vehicle. Gunfire from the trees earned a response. A burst of gunfire in the tree line drew the attention of the infantry fighting vehicle, which fired off several rounds at the area where the Russian gunfire originated. However, it is unclear if this brief encounter resulted in any casualties. The Ukrainian tank took the lead. As the video continued, the Ukrainian tank, which took the lead in the attack, focused its fire on the left side of the dirt road, while the infantry fighting vehicle took care of the right side where it appeared more Russians were hiding amongst the trees. Bursts of gunfire revealed positions. The smoke and dust from the encounter then shroud most of the fighting, though a burst of gunfire from the right side of the road can be seen popping off at the vehicles as they push forward to an abrupt right-angle turn on the road. The footage switched to a new view. The combat footage then switches to a different view of the fighting that faced the front of the Ukrainian vehicles. The tank engaged more Russian targets in what looked to be a house and scored a direct hit. Why troops were using the buildings? Military reported that Russian troops were using the abandoned buildings to get closer to Ukrainian forces in the area, and added that war analyst Martin Tuitero noted on X the battle might have taken place outside the village of Ivanivka in Donetsk Oblast. A map of the possible battlefield. Tuitero provided a map showing what could have been the likely route of the Ukrainian tank and infantry fighting vehicle, but this information has not been verified. The video captured the whole battle. The footage shows Ukrainian armored vehicles driving down a village street during the day and firing their guns at the positions of the Russian soldiers, thus preventing the enemy from gaining a foothold there, Military reported. Fighting on the hottest part of the front line. Military also reported that the 14th Chervona Brigade's press service noted the brigade was fighting on one of the hottest parts of the front line in Ukraine, the Pokrovsk sector, where Russia has been making a lot of progress and launching several attacks. The Pokrovsk sector saw 61 attacks in a day. On the morning of September 4th, the Ukrainian General Staff reported in its daily war update that there were 61 Russian attacks repelled in the Pokrovsk sector over the prior day as Russia tried to make progress along several areas of the embattled front line. These are the targets Russia is trying to take. Russian forces are trying to advance near Zelenpol, Vozdvizhenka, Mirolyubivka, Novotroitsky, and Seladov, Military reported before adding the Kremlin's main efforts are being made in the areas of Novorodivka, Rodivka, and Mykhelivka.